Well, welcome back to Steve Rob Reviews. Today, we're going to be replacing just a section of a deck on a wooden deck. I've got my 2x6 board right here. I got my tools all lined up. And in this particular situation, the deck is so old that it is nailed in. So really, my choice of nail remover is this right here. And this is the charm that does it every time. I find it a lot better than trying to use the claw on a hammer. I'll show you how that's done. And we're going to replace it with screws. And my choice of cutter is this right here. And whether it's cordless or electric doesn't really matter. And you get it all lined up and you just want to replace just a section. In this particular situation, it's an old deck, and I really don't feel like replacing it all right now, but I've got a bad spot that's a tripping hazard, and for the money, for 10 bucks for this board, I can replace 2 sections, get it done quick. Now for an adhesive, what I like to use is either one of these, and you can tell the color pretty well matches the board back there, doesn't it? And this is the PL 400 or the PL Premium, doesn't matter, either one is great. And I like using that product. So let's get to it. I'll show you what I got out there. I got it all lined up and marked, and I'll show you how you go about doing this the easiest way. And this is a real easy do-it-yourself project, and I think most anybody can do this. Let's go take a look. Well, here we go on the deck, and you can see this is the one here I'm going to replace right here, and you can also see that this one here, it's pretty rotten too, and I'm going to cut it off about here. But right here you can see I drew my line, and all I did was just, you can hear it hit the stud and behind there. I bring it 1/4 of an inch outside of the stud, and this is where the 2 nails are, right here, and we're just going to cut this right here. Okay, the first thing we do is just get it lined up with your saw right on the line here. So you got to get it lined up and in the center all the way along. So you can just put the blade down there and just eyeball it in the center and use the end of the blade here to just rest down. And once you got it lined up, lift it off, pull the trigger, and then make a plunge cut. Okay, so I want to show you something first before I continue, but that's as far as I'm cutting right there. So here we are right here, and you could see I didn't go right to the end here, and I didn't go to the end over here, but right in the center it has gone all the way through. So that's exactly what you want done right there. And now we'll take our reciprocating saw and we'll start off in the center and just finish the cut to the ends. So let's do that next. Okay, let's get to her. There we go. Now let's pull some nails. Well, you probably can't even notice the nails in here. I put a couple of white marks here. They are right here. And the whole idea behind this claw is all it does, you just put it just before your nail and then it will grab into the nail. So let's do that right here. There, see how easy that is? So I'll take the rest of the nails out and we'll see what's underneath. Well, what we're going to do now is the stud is right here, and we're just going to take an old scrap piece of pressure treated wood, or any wood, I mean this deck's not around for too long, and just raise it up a bit and then drive your 2 screws in. There, now we've got a spot for the replacement board to go in. We'll just cut a board to fit this size, and I'll show you what we got going on next. Okay, so all I've done is just buttered up the end here with a putty knife. Did the same thing on this end. Got the screws in there ready to go. And just push it up in there. You'll see it squish out a little bit. Center it all up. And put the screws in. Now all we have to do is just wipe it up a bit. And I like to just fill in the cracks with it as well. Kind of smooth it out a bit. That's it. What do you think? Well, what do you think? It's that easy. The whole time to do all this, including filming, was roughly 15 minutes. So I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time out of your day to do it. Now, you don't have to have, you know, this type of reciprocating saw or this one here. You can go with a jigsaw if you'd like, or even a handsaw. Depending on the size of the blade that you have for your circular saw, it may not go through the bottom of the board, but you know, when you make your plunge cut, so you'll more likely have to drill a little bit first to get through, and then you can cut either way with a jigsaw if you like. But it's a very simple thing to do, and a lot of people don't want to have to replace all their boards. They only want to replace a section. In this particular situation, it's an old deck anyways. I'd like to get some more years out of it yet. And I'm going to replace the other board, and I got lots left over. So thanks for joining me here today. I hope you like this little bit of a destruction on a deck bit there, right? It's quite an easy thing to do, guys. I mean, anybody can do this kind of stuff, but some people have never done it before, and that's a great part about YouTube. So thanks for joining me here today, and come back again if you like. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. Cheers.